In this film, Alparslan is at your age. Do you want to be friends with him? Friends, I'm Alparslan. I am the ruler of the great Seljuk state, which opened the doors of Anatolia to the Turks. I was recognized as both a commander and a sultan. I was born in 1029. My father is Muzaffar Çağrı, a sultan of Khorasan, and my mother is Altunjan Hatun, who perhaps changed the history with her carriage. When my uncle Tuğrul Bey, the first sultan of the Seljuk state, went on an expedition with my father Çağrı Bey, he was ambushed. My dear mother, the lion-hearted Altunjan Hatun, secretly organizes an army to support my father and uncle and sets off the army to the battlefield. Our armies, who united their forces there, won the war, and thus the Seljuk state was saved from collapse. The trust and solidarity of my mother, father and uncle with each other have always been an example for me. I've learned the importance of family from them. Throughout my life, I've always kept in mind that the most important building block of a strong society is the family. My father, Melik of Khorasan, Çağrı Bey, was an extremely fair ruler and a strong warrior. However, because he got sick at an early age and his health deteriorated, he appointed me as Melik of Khorasan. I was the lion-hearted son he raised himself. He had no doubt that I would handle this great task. As soon as I was appointed as the Melik, I succeeded in stopping the attacks of Ghaznavid state, which was constantly trying to seize our land at that time. My uncle Tuğrul Bey, the Seljuk ruler, regarded me as his son and bequeathed me to succeed him. After the death of my uncle, I became the second ruler of the Seljuk state in 1064. During my reign, I placed more emphasis on the western lands of the state. I wanted to conquest the west and generally provide order in the east. The reason for this was that the eastern Anatolian plateaus discovered by my father Çağrı Bey during his raids on Byzantium were the most suitable settlement area for the Turks. The mild weather and the fertile lands of Anatolia would be a brand new and blessed beginning for us. The Seljuks had an army that was too strong to stand against. The people were ruled equitably. It also became a shelter for the Central Asian Turkish communities who floundered in distress and wanted to feel safe. It was now my duty to provide a decent life to the increasing population and to provide them with the most peaceful accommodation. On August 16, 1064, after my Georgia expedition, I went to Eastern Anatolia. I conquered the most important city of Byzantium, Ani, which is near Kars today. The conquest of Ani by Muslims had great repercussions. I took control of the Kipchaks, who were constantly causing trouble. Afterward, I visited the grave of my ancestor Seljuk Bey in the city of Sent. I completed my expedition by connecting the Sent lands to the Seljuks. This land has a very special place in my heart. The Eastern expedition I started to ensure public order resulted in the Seljuk domination of all the lands from the Caspian Sea to Tashkent, mostly without the need to fight. I embarked on the Second Caucasus expedition in 1068. I conquered cities of Azerbaijan, including Tbilisi. With the lands I conquered and my strong army, I gained a vital place in the Islamic world. I started to protect the Abbasids who held the caliphate. The Abbasid Caliph awarded the title Abul Fath, meaning Father of Conquests. This office, which I now protect, would belong to the great Ottoman Empire years later. I attached great importance to science and scientists. I always hold these valuable people in high esteem, and I consulted them for ideas. Advancement in science and thought was just as important as conquests. We could have won the land by war, but winning the future was only possible with knowledge and advanced thinking. May the glorious Manzikert victory be a gift to all Turks. When I started to advance towards Egypt with my armies, the Byzantine Emperor Romanian Diogenes IV, who had been preparing for about 3 years, launched his eastern expedition. As soon as I heard about this, I sent my armies to the region of Mush on Friday, August 26, 1071. After I prayed my morning prayer in the Malazgirt plain of the province of Mush, I ordered my armies to attack. The Byzantine armies, which were 5 times larger than my army, were crushed by the Turkish army. In this war, I used the Turan tactic, which I learned from my ancestors. This war tactic, also known as the crescent tactic or wolf trap, would be used by the Ottomans centuries after me, as my ancestors used it before me. This is how I applied this tactic. Just as hunting wolf packs do, I divided my army into 3. I drew the middle group of the archers in front of the enemy and had them stall. Tactically, this group pretended to be defeated and withdrew. The Byzantines followed the retreating group and advanced. At this very moment, my other soldiers on the right and left flanks took actions and surrounded them from behind, and the victory was ours. Thanks to Allah's help in this tactique, the gates of fertile Anatolia were opened wide for us. Over the years, we would advance as far as to the Aegean and the Marmara, and ensure that these lands are known as the lands of the Turks, all over the world. On the morning of August 26, 1071, after I prayed, I put on my white war clothes and called out to my warriors. My commanders, my soldiers, no matter how few we are, no matter how many they are, we cannot wait any longer. At this hour when all the Muslims are praying for us on the pulpits, I want to throw myself on the enemy. Either I will be victorious, I will reach my goal, or I will become a martyr and go to heaven. Those who want to follow me, come after me. Those who do not want to follow me, go wherever they want. There is no sultan giving orders here today. There's no soldier ordered. Today, I am one of you, a veteran who fought with you. Among those who follow me and dedicate their souls to Almighty Allah, those who become martyrs will attain paradise, and those who survive will attain war booty. This victory went down in history as the victory of faith. All my life I have lived to achieve justice with the soul God gave me. Always be fair and listen to the voice of your conscience. Family is the foundation stone of the society. Hug your family tight. Your family is not only the people with whom you are related by blood, but also the ones you hold on to by heart. Know their worth. You don't always have to win, just make sure you're doing your best. Sometimes there's a loss in destiny. These losses give us a chance to stop and think and learn from our mistakes. Just keep your heart clean.